Welcome back, everyone. Today we are making Karelian stew from Finland. It is Finland's national dish, so there's a lot of variety in this dish. You can really just kind of do almost whatever you want. You need two different kinds of meat, right? Pork's been in every single one, and beef has been in every single one, but you can also add lamb or elk instead. You have to have onion, preferably yellow onion. Carrots are optional. I don't really love cooked carrots. I love raw carrots, but cooked carrots, not a fan of. It is what it is. I have them. I'm gonna put them in the dish. Then you need at least one of these spices: black peppercorns, allspice, or juniper berries. It's your call which one you have. You can also put all three, which is what I'm gonna do. And then some people also throw a bay leaf in there, but it's a very basic dish. It's just like a hearty stew, but not in the sense of like stews that we have in America that are more liquidy. This is just more so like stewed meat, right? So it's just gonna be like chunks of meat in a pan. Normally, at least what I was planning on doing was only making 2 pounds of this. Went to the store to grab a pound of this nice pork shoulder. You need like a fatty beef, so pork shoulder blade, but it was BOGO. So I was like, all right, 2 pounds it is. There'll be a little bit of extra pork in here. And then let me grab the beef, grabbed this beef, walked away. I don't know if you've noticed, this is not beef. This is more pork shoulder. This is this again, but for $4 more a pound. So I have 3.5 pounds of pork. So I went to the store and bought a boneless shoulder roast from Winn-Dixie. So this is about, what 2.5 pounds of shoulder roast. Cooking it all. Let's get the oven preheating. You need your oven at 450 degrees. And while that preheats, let's start prepping the veggies. So onions, slice them in half. Get rid of the skin, and apparently 1 layer of onion on that one. Actually, I have a 3rd onion here that I'm gonna throw in as well, because it feels like these 2 aren't gonna be enough. Now, you can half your onions, you can quarter your onions, either which way it's fine. I'll probably do some halved, some quartered here. And then just get them in the bottom of your pot. Preferably a big cast iron. I don't have a big cast iron pot, or like a nice Dutch oven. That'd be great here. Grab your carrots and peel them. Get rid of the tips. And then just give them a rustic chop. You don't really need anything precise. Get them in the pot. This could use way more carrot. You know what? We're just gonna use all the carrots. Alright, we got the carrots in the pot. Grab some of our pork, get it in the pot as well. Grab your beef. Ooh, actually, before you grab your beef, grab some salt, which I just accidentally knocked the inside of into it, but salt up that layer. Now grab your beef, and we're gonna cube it up. And now salt your beef, and the rest of the pork needs to go in now. I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but please be careful while cutting things up, especially large quantities of raw meat like this. It gets kind of slippery, and you could easily slip and cut yourself. We don't want that. Wash your hands, because you were just touching large quantities of raw beef. Once again, another layer of salt on top here. Bay leaves, put in 2 or 3. I don't like these like broken up ones. So that black one right there, I'm not a fan. I've had these bay leaves for a little while. They might not be good. I'm gonna put in like 4 or 5 because they're small. Black peppercorns. This is like the main seasoning. Whole allspice. I just had to go to the store to buy this. I have ground allspice now, but not whole. Probably like, I don't know, that many? Maybe a couple more. Maybe like 4 more. Oh, these got little stems on them. And then, to be uber traditional, some juniper berries. Like that many. Oven has been preheated, so now we grab this water in the pot. Just until the meat is mostly covered, like this. Get your lid on it, and realize that you forgot to take the things out of there. And also, that one on top is really gross. I don't know what's going on with that. Cause like, what happened here? Why is this still in this house? Anyways, grab it. Get it in the oven. And leave that in the oven for about an hour. Then we're gonna come back and lower the heat. All right, it's been an hour. So let's check on it. You know what I love about these gloves? See how high up it goes? See how high up this goes on my wrist? You know how many times I've burnt my wrists pulling things out of the oven? It's like the most common way that I hurt myself when I'm baking things. Because I just tap that with my wrist all the time. I have like permanent burn marks. Anyways, so that looks fine. I was told to, ow, that's really hot. Damn, it's like eating its way through. into the thumb. Also, these gloves are gross. I wonder if this is machine washable. So check on it, make sure it's got enough water. This looks fine. I don't see a single problem here. I prefer if those bay leaves were like in it, you know? I'm gonna push them down in there. Well, now, change the temperature. Need it to go down to 240 degrees. You can go even less. I saw some people, why are you beeping so much? You can even go less. I saw people who went ahead and cooked it at like 210 Fahrenheit. I'm gonna go with 240 for now. Might change it later, but you're just gonna put this back in and let it go for like 4 to 7 more hours, or 4 to 8 more hours is what you're doing here. Okay, so it's been 5.5 hours. Didn't wait the full 7, but it is done. Good amount of liquid in mine. That's perfectly fine. Doesn't have to be a bunch of meat. You can tell that it's done when you can take a piece and just like breaks apart, right? So if I push up against it, see how it just breaks apart? That's how you know that it's done. Let me plate it up. We'll give it a try. All right, here it is, served on a bed of mashed potatoes. This is a piece of pork, that's a piece of beef. Try the pork. I mean, it's just like the most tender thing on the planet. It just breaks apart into little pieces. Let's give the beef some try. Oh my gosh, even better. So here's the thing. It's not the most flavorful thing in the world, right? It's just black peppercorns or allspice. I don't taste juniper, but I guess I don't know the taste of juniper other than like gin. I feel like the biggest flavor profile is allspice, which is hearty. This is just like nice hearty vegetables. I'll probably dump some of that broth on here too whenever I'm eating it. Let's just grab that. Try a bit of broth. Just porky, very porky broth. This is great. Do I recommend making this? I guess it's simple. I'd probably add more spices to this if I was making things myself. So I guess maybe not. It really depends on what kind of meal you're looking for. You're looking for just hearty slabs of meat with some potatoes, then yeah, this is for you. All right, anyways, I'm gonna eat this. I'll see you guys next time.